Hello and welcome to Cards and Coffee.
Cards and coffee.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's Cards and Coffee.
Yeah.
And I have my coffee and we have our cards. And I'm going to do a quick Lotus Spread with Erin. And so I need to shuffle up the cards. And you know what I always like you to do while I'm reading is consider whatever it is that you want to consult the cards about. You've already established that we're doing a Lotus Spread.
Yeah.
So I'm going to charge them up 3 times, shuffling, while you consider whatever it is that you would like to address.
No, I don't really know. We've been doing so many readings. I just figured might as well.
And then do you just want to do general then? Like a general?
Sure.
Okay. Okay, cut it into 3 piles.
I like that the 4 of Cups fell out the 5 of Cups
That was
in the last video.
pretty ingenious.
That was really cool.
Yeah. Okay, so we're doing a Lotus Spread. I need you to pick 8. Hand them to me one at a time, face down, and you don't get to see them.
Okay. That'll be the right one.
Mm-hmm. I believe I need one more.
I believe that's 8.
That's 6.
Oh.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I need 2 more.
I'm just gonna ruin your deck for a minute.
No problem. Cool. So we have 8. You want to stack them up?
Yeah.
And this Lotus Spread, I kind of invented it.
Oh.
When we first started together doing cards and selling our items out at festivals, I decided to do the Lotus Spread because our name was Paisley Lotus. And so I took the symbol and image of a lotus flower that starts its life down in the mud, and then it grows up through the water to the surface of the water, and at the surface it blossoms out and makes beautiful floral arrangement flower. So scoop that one up, will you?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is the first card. It's down in the mud. It's your history, the history of whatever situation the cards are going to address. This is your growth time, the period of growth that you're coming up, like from the mud up into the surface. This card is at the surface of the water, so it's you right now. It's your situation, where you're at right now. This card is someone or something that's against you. It's an antagonistic feature or item in your life. And this is your personal power card. All the rest of these blossoms of the flower come out to be the whole lotus. So then I'm gonna sit here and read your cards. So down in the history area of this reading has to do with the 4 of Pentacles. He's kind of miserly.
Mm-hmm.
He has a lot. He's a king. He's got his feet on 2 of them. He's holding one in his hand, and one is his halo. That's 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
So he holds on to what he has.
Mm-hmm.
So in your history, you've been kind of played things close to the vest. You've kind of kept things in, and you've held it tight.
Really?
Mm-hmm. So that's your history of the situation. In your growing time, and this is reversed, I'm going to show you, Erin, but we need to know that because it's reversed, we're going to spend a little bit more thought on that particular card. What is it? It's the 8 of Pentacles. And that is, again, very much symbolic of craftsmanship. You remember we've had a couple of them lately while we were reading with you. I don't know if you remember.
Craftsmanship?
Yeah, like the 3 of Pentacles.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
he's busy at work learning. And some of these are so precious and wonderful that he's hung them. Some of them he's sort of tossed aside. He's like, I'm going to keep working. I haven't come to perfection yet.
Mm-hmm.
He's still working. But he's got that nose to the grindstone kind of, there's movement. He's all muscular. He's not like a young dude just whacking at something with sticks. He's like actually got real tools.
Yeah.
He's actually working hard on trying to perfect something. We have to also consider the fact that it's pentacles, so that means it's here in the earthly realm. So whereas you used to hold on to stuff, then you and you only had 4.
Mm-hmm.
Now you, in your growing time, you're moving and learning and developing and making more. You're producing. You're honing your craft of whatever it is.
And this was upside down.
It was. That just means we need to pay attention to it. That it's a specific part that's incredibly important and powerful in this spread. It doesn't mean it's the opposite of that. It just means we must pay more attention.
Should we show these cards?
Well, we can. Why don't you let me go with the flow of the reading, and then we can maybe show it like from the top.
Okay.
Okay. So the one that I turn now is where we're at now, the top of the water, the surface of the water, and that's where you are. And I know you've gotten this just the other day because I was referring to this as he, and you told me it looked like a she to you.
Mm-hmm.
And personally, just between you and I, you know my thing about male and female energies, and you know my take on personal pronouns.
Yeah.
You know my thing about, like, I have some hang-ups about whether or not I'm going to accept the language of the trans. You know that I've got some hang-ups about that.
Mm-hmm.
But when I read for you, that has nothing to do with it because the gender of the card isn't always as important or specific as the actual energy of it and what it's trying to tell you. So this particular page is the Page of Wands, and you've received this page in the past.
Yeah.
And right now it's where you are currently. That's its position.
Yeah.
And the Page of Swords has a lot to do with thought. You know, swords is our suit of the intellectual, the belief system, your thoughts. It's not, you know, your throat chakra stuff. It's your third eye chakra stuff. It's what you believe and what you know, you know that you know. So that's where you're at right now. You're at that page level of knowing where you have enough knowledge and enough background and work and decisions that you've made that you're standing firm. You know, you're not 1 through 10. You're the page.
Yeah.
But again, you're not the king of this yet.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you're again starting out in the new place of who you are, where you are, whatever the situation is with you. So what's against you is
More pentacles.
a Knight of Pentacles, and the Knight is looking back at you, and that's pretty specific in that you see how these people, this guy's looking away, this guy's looking away.
Mm-hmm.
We've had other cards in Mucha deck where the chick is looking away,
Yeah.
and the dude is standing there and he's looking away. This one, he's looking back at you.
Mm-hmm.
He's going, he's on his horse, he's going to fight, he's going to do his thing, but he's taking you with him. He's got his eye on you.
Yeah.
And Knights are cool because they sit on the horse, they have a lot of movement, they have a lot of, like, vehicle that they can go. But this is in a position of being antagonistic with you. So perhaps, and it's also Pentacles, so it's in the physical realm. So perhaps what's against you is someone who is going on in front of you. Someone who's going on, you may feel as if you're being left behind because he's looking at you. However, in this deck, he's not leaving you behind. He's going before you to prepare the way, kind of like, you know, Jesus and John the Baptist and all that. You know what I'm saying? Do you know those stories? Because, like,
Yeah, I know those stories.
in my Christian history, I learned that shit. You
Yeah.
know, if I could think of, like, maybe it wouldn't be Jiminy Cricket. Well, maybe. Anyway, it'd be the dude that goes ahead of you, that goes before you and clears the way and makes it able for you to do what you need to do. Just the fact that it's in the position of being antagonistic doesn't necessarily mean that he's actually against you. Perhaps someone who is leading the way or going before you, perhaps you see them as antagonistic, and perhaps you need to rejudge that and say, perhaps someone who's in front of me is paving the way for me, you know, where I can come up underneath and come up from behind them.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe there's something that has to happen before I get there.
Yeah.
So we could look at it because of the position. We could easily look at it as something that's against you, or we could say this is something that you've perceived to be against you in the past.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe you need to rethink that, you know? This is your personal power. It's swords. I think
There's a theme here.
I think you're fixing to bust out. That's what the swords always tells me, especially number 1. It's an ace. You're fixing to bust out. And again, the swords, that's your thought. That's your cognition. It's your belief system. It's what makes up how you make decisions about how you look at life. It's all up here. It's mental. It's philosophical. And that is your position of strength. On the Lotus Spread, this card stands for the position of strength, and it's your superpower. Don't forget, you have that. You have that mental capacity and ability that you might not give yourself credit for. That's what that card says.
Okay.
Do you dig it?
I do dig it
Okay.
a lot. No, it's really great.
Okay, so these two petals on the lotus flower have to do with outside influences. One is the Nine of Cups. She is heavily imbibed. She's been partying and she's a happy
She's
camper.
been having a good time.
Exactly. This is toward the end of the party. She is toast and cooked and happy.
She's
and
just chilling.
Chilling, yeah. And then this one is the Two
Got
of
this
Swords.
last time,
You
too.
get those a lot, and often, well, this card just indicates, all twos indicate that decision, that good or bad, left or right, duality. Am I going, am I staying, one way or another? And I think I told you earlier today, or maybe it was yesterday, that the twos always, like, you can see it representing like a big triangle.
Yeah.
And the thing about Erin that I know, because I've been reading you for so long, is when you get to that two, when you get to those decision-making places, you tend to not act.
Well, who would want to?
Right. And I'm not putting you down for it. I'm just
Yeah.
saying that as a tool for self-exploration and discovery, that's what the tarot cards say to you a lot, is you're in this position where you have to decide and you have to act. And then the other thing that I noticed just today, I think, or yesterday, was that there is a huge swing of a pendulum, and you don't have to look at your two choices as just these two. Your choices could be any place along this whole spectrum. And I think that's another outside influence that's reminding you don't always have to choose between white and black, right and left. Do I, don't I? That there's a bunch of places in between that you can also make choices.
Yeah.
So, party on, Garth, because she's a happy freaking camper. Keep doing what you're doing in your relationships. This is telling you. You've got a lot of people that you are involved with, and you're happy, and you can party there, and that's a good thing. And then and it's upside down, so it's in reverse. Your card for the possible future outcome is the Nine of Swords. It looks like she's depressed and sad, or perhaps tired. Personally, when I read the Mucho Tarot and I see Nine of Swords, I see that she's had like this many knights fighting for her, and there's still another sword, so she's got like lots and lots of power in her control. And she's exhausted because she's been working with them, whatever they are, and it's a lot of thoughts, right?
Yeah.
But she's got so much power. We've got a 9 here. That's a very powerful card. And then this one, again, she's got all this power. And sometimes having all that power is exhausting.
Yeah.
But, boy, doesn't it beat having no power? I mean, so your possible future outcome might be that you have so many decisions that you have to make, and so, remember our pendulum swing on decision making. You've got all this stuff, and you think could be overwhelming, but then rather than look at things in life and situations as completely overwhelming, look at the fact that you have all that weaponry.
Yeah.
You have all those abilities to have thoughts and to have to be able to skillfully work it out.
Yeah.
And some people, they just have no common sense, and they can't do math, and they're just ditzy. That's not this girl. That's not you. You've got all that ability and all of the thoughts and strength behind you. You just need to use it.
Okay.
I think it's a beautiful reading. Thank you for letting me share it.
Yeah.
Okay, so thank you for joining us for Cards and Coffee today, and we had a great time, and we're just going to keep bringing you more, and we're just going to keep working on developing our channel and making it beautiful, and if anybody has any suggestions, let us know.